this area. Am I right? The disabled load for supporting, disable and enable load, right? Anyway, we had seen this in append and merge, so let me connect to that. Do you all remember the append and merge?
Yes, we remember that.
Yeah.
Include and include for refresh, like
Yes.
that.
Yes. Okay, if you remember, then talk, Nama. Tell about that. I'll listen. What is it?
See, if any data we want to refresh, for one query we have to refresh, then we have to say in other query to be disable that refresh button.
Okay. Is that only? Okay. What about enable and disable load?
If we disable that refresh, right? So whatever data which you're adding newly, so it's not going to be reflected here. That's the question,
Come
right,
again?
Maitli?
Come again?
No, if any new data has been loaded into the existing one, right? So if you disable that refresh option, it might not add that new data here, right?
That's okay. That's okay. You're talking about the report refresh, or you're talking about enable load?
No, maybe I might have misunderstood. Maybe I was talking about the report refresh. Yeah.
Okay. No, not a problem. I do understand that. Okay. Let's just go through what we have seen earlier also, right? Our append and merge. Okay. Very slight things to be done. Promotion headers for 11 and same way promotion headers for 12 also we'll do year 12. And yeah, we will just append 12 data to year 11 data. So I could go ahead for either like append queries. Append queries is going to do what it is that your existing query itself is going to be in 11 itself, the 12's data is going to get appended. If I don't want that, I'll go for the second one, which is append queries as new. Yeah, so if I do that, okay, you can append more than 3 tables also, but here we have as if to 2 tables over here. So I'll go ahead for these and okay, let the name be whatever. Let's not worry about that. What's the name coming over here? Now coming over to our merge option over here. In append, we have your student, gender, and course. Okay. What about courses? I have this. Okay. What I want to do is I want to bring each course details into this append one query so that I don't have to go and refer to my courses query for any of the course related details. I don't have to go there and refer to it. Instead, I want the details over here itself. So let's go for again the either merge queries means your here append in the append one only the changes will happen. And if you don't want you add it to be want it to be added as a new query, we'll go ahead for the second option. Okay, courses. Now over here, okay, this is your from append one course and over here also course. Okay, I do see 284 of 299. I don't see that entire 299. That means there is some mismatch. We had seen that earlier also. Okay, nothing but your aquamarine was a mismatch. Here one end it was aquamarine, other end was just aqua. That was the extra like your 15 rows not matching. Okay. Whenever we do the append, the double-ended arrow, I can come over here. I already course is there. I don't want this course column to be again added. And I don't want the prefix also. So all good over here. Yeah, so you can see the null. Null is just because of that aqua and aquamarine. That particular mismatch we are seeing now, that's the reason. No other stuff. Here in my courses, I have aquamarine. In here, you just have your aqua. Either place, either you change it over here or we could do over here also. Both the things are going to work out. Let me change over here. Replace value. Okay, I'll put it to aqua and then say okay. Now merge all good. Yeah, that null is now removed. Okay. No null for me now. Okay, all good. Fine. In here, let's but all this append and merge we have seen earlier also. No, that's the reason I didn't explain much about what I have did. Okay, over here, out of this 5, we want only the actual, I mean, all the combined records are available in my merge one, right? In other words, I don't need any of these. Okay, you might tell me these are my input files. Okay, that doesn't matter. But your input files, all the details from my input files are finally into my merge one query. So if I go ahead and just go ahead for your close and apply, I don't do any other changes over here. What happens is your all the 5 queries, the data is going to get loaded to Power BI. But we all know we do have an option of this. There's an enable load by default. Each and all these 5 queries will be loaded. If I don't want them to be loaded means obviously I'll go for the disable load. The mere reason for disabling them is if you are going for loading all of these 5 queries to my Power BI, it's a mere duplication of data. Do you get my point? It's a mere duplication of data. We don't need that. Your merge one has got all the details from these 3 queries. Also this append one, the intermediate one also, the value, all the records are pretty much over in my merge one. So when I disable the load for the unnecessary or maybe not the necessary queries, one way, a good point is, okay, there is no duplication of data. Also, the bytes of data that get loaded to my Power BI also get reduced. Yes. Now, do you remember our enable load and disable load, whatever we had discussed during the append and merge time? Yes, guys.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was
Maitri, yeah.
the yeah.
Okay, that is one thing. And as I told you about this include in report refresh, um, okay, include and report refresh as in if this particular check is in tick, I mean, this option is in checked mode. Okay, say suppose for example, I'll come here. You have in your maybe not new courses. Okay, courses are the same. There is no big, I mean, no changes in the course. But maybe my year 13, that data is coming to picture. Maybe that new data of 13, year 13, that query is being added. Maybe suppose. So what I'll do, okay, I would have to come over here. I would have to load that 13 and then go for this append one and 13 I'll do, right? Only then the all the 3, or maybe I can go for one shot for all the 3 because the append queries option does allow me more than 3 tables also. That appending also it allows us. Basically both the for your column wise, format wise, everything the same, na? Just the year is different. And that too we don't have any identify in those files which says that this is below this, all these records belong to year 11 or 12. None of those identifiers also not there. Doesn't matter about that. It's not a big issue for us as of now. But then the 13 I'll append and then go for it for this merge. This is going to work out fine. But if I had to refresh now, okay, or maybe just think of it, okay, that was an option that I told a new file is getting introduced. But what if in my 11 or 12 itself, or maybe any course teacher has got changed, or maybe the credit score, the credits given to the any course has changed. Some modifications are being done means what I can do is rest of the 2 are pretty much the same. There is no change, say suppose, only in courses. What I can do is I can just go here and go ahead for your include and report refresh. Just the check option is there. Just remove that check. If you click once, that check option will be in going to unchecked mode. That's what is going to happen. By doing that, what I can do is my refresh time will be pretty much smaller. Think of it like if I had to refresh all the three at the same time, if I'm not worried, I haven't gone for any kind of unchecked mode, all the three queries are pretty much in that report, include in report refresh. It's a kind of wastage of time, right? Okay, you might tell me, okay, it's a very small data set, just around 300 rows altogether, only this much is there, maybe few milliseconds it's taking. Okay, but in real time, no, we won't be having some 300 and 400 rows. No? Definitely say, so just for the example wise, think, okay, here the courses may be this much only, whatever, how many ever records are there. Okay, 19 records. I'm thinking, okay, 19 records only, no problem. But your 11 and 12, maybe say, suppose the combined one has got some maybe 1 million records. Combined, I'm talking. Okay, so if I go ahead, just do a small comparison. If we go ahead for the refresh operation for all the three, what is the time that it's going to take? And if I go ahead for refreshing only courses, because I have modifications only in the courses area, my 11 and 12, there is no change. It's pretty much the same. The students, whatever the details I had, I appended, I am having those details with me. Only courses, few one or two courses, the credit score has maybe changed or maybe teacher has changed. That's it, my thing. So if I go ahead for refreshing only courses, leaving behind this 11 and 12, think about how much time it is going to take. Definitely, it's going to take lesser time than the option when we try to refresh all the three. Do you get my point? Shall I repeat what I told?
No.
Got it.
Got it, actually.
No, it's a bit of if it's a bit of confusion, then let me know. It was a your answer was a bit slow. That's why I'm asking. In true time also, okay, let me, okay, here it's just the three Excel files are there. Okay, let's just take up one more example to make things more clear for all of you. Say, suppose I am being connected to three different data sources. Maybe one I'm connected to my Oracle, one I have it in my maybe to I have just connecting like okay, one to Oracle fine, but two others I have got. One is a PDF file that is pretty much in my system, and another is my Excel workbook. So three different sources I am connected. Just think about it like that. So three different input sources, all good. Now, say suppose my only the PDF file or maybe only the Excel workbook that I'm really connecting to as a data source, only either of the files have got some changes or some new records being added to that. My Oracle database over there, whatever I had connected and I'm just importing the data from Oracle database, there is no change at all. Okay. Would it be wiser? Okay, if say suppose your Excel workbook only has got the new records to be added over there. I'm being provided with the new file. I have downloaded onto my system. All good. I'm going to run this Power BI file. I open this. We get connected. Are already this connections everything done. It's all set up done. All things all fine. Would it be wiser to just refresh only my Excel workbook, or will it be wiser enough to refresh all the three input resources? Which one?
Only Excel,
Only Excel. Why?
because the data is getting stored in a single system, right? So all will be updated.
Yeah.